Hello and welcome to Space Engineers. Today we are going to weld up the rest of the space, and we're going to do that by just doing it manually. But to make things easier for myself, I am going to put a thingy here just like this. Interior plate. Here we go. So I don't have to run all the way up to there every time. I'm just going to put a cargo container right at the end here. There we go. Alright, let me weld this up. I'll be right back. There we go. That makes it a bit easier. Now what we'll do is, oh crap, not be stuck. Go and get ourselves some oxygen. See, I caught that before we ran out of it. Okay, refill our oxygen tanks. Now we're just going to weld the rest of the space up. Okay, so that's the refinery room fully welded up. Not going to worry about these stairs just yet. And I do need to build a little bit more over here. One thing I thought about was where to place the gravity generator, and what I think I will do is I will pop it right behind one of these. I'll just make a hole. Actually, I could just plonk it right there. Let me just see, do I have one on my toolbar? I don't think so. Gravity generator. I'll just put it right there, because why not? It doesn't need to be seen, and it can just do what it needs to do from there. Oh wait, is that going to put the gravity in the wrong direction? Yeah, because it's facing the wrong way, it might. So let me just put a block there, and I'll put it on top of that. Let me also just square out this section. Okay, pick up some steel plate. That's fine. Not sure how high we are going to make this. Oh, only up to about there. Okay, so this is the refinery ports that we're going to use. So I'm not sure. I will leave. Oh, they are in different places. That's fine. We'll need to pipe it over there, and then use that, use them I should say. Where's the one over here? Maybe there's already one on top of it. That's fine. So we're not exactly sure how we'll map that out, but we can map out this roof here. Come on. There we go. Let's just do the same thing over here. We might have to dig out some of the ceiling. That's fine, easily done. We'll just do that manually because we don't really need a large amount of space cleared. We might not even need any space cleared. And then once we've got this thing sorted, we'll do the, oh, we need a little bit of space cleared. We'll do the piping for the refinery up in the roof, and then we can talk about doing the next room, which will probably be the assembler room. Okay, how does that look? Yeah, that's more or less set. Just clear this little bit here. Okay, I can't put it there. Is there like bits of rock? Yeah. Okay, and one there, 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 and we'll put the roof up there. Actually, I won't put all of it in yet because we still need to get up in here to be able to do the piping. So we will leave that gap there. Alright, let's see. I wonder if I should put a door there actually. Could be like a hatch. Yeah, I think. Okay, let me weld that up. What do we have in my inventory? Yeah. Let me weld that up and then I'll come back. Okay, as you can see, I decided to go with the door there. I think it looks kind of okay. Maybe not perfect, but it's okay. I can live with it. So now what we want to do is we want to work on how we're going to pipe this stuff across. So I'm just going to take these out. And I also need to find the that. Okay. Let me just check. Yep, everything else is fine. So I wonder how they are off by one. Oh, maybe because it's just on different sides. That's fine. So what we will do is we need to figure out what the outside section. Oh, come on. Let me just grind through here. Yeah, that's okay. Because I think that we are going to go out through there. Wait a minute. That's too high. So we are going to take it through this section. Nope, we're going to take it through this section. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And we will see it on the roof, but that's okay. I think that just adds a little bit of nice design element in my opinion. Yeah, we might end up bringing the roof of the room down as well. Or we bring it down through here up until this point, and then we curve it underneath. Okay, so where do we have them? 5. So this will need to be a conveyor junction, and I can't put that in first. I should put that in, well, I can. Well, I can't because I don't have interior plate. Let me go pick some interior plate up. Need this, that, or that. I just need some interior plate. Okay. We'll need to take some of these things down before we can fully construct this, but that's okay. Let's just put the concept down. So we'll put that there, and we will put that like so, and a straight pipe like that, and then we will have a, oops, I keep wanting to press Ctrl Z to undo, which doesn't work. 5, wait, that's the wrong one. Yep, I want the bendy one there, and I'll put a bendy one there. Come on. Why do you not want to turn this way? What? I'm just going to grind this off so it doesn't get confused. 5. There we go. And we'll put another conveyor junction there because we want them both to be joined up. And then we will put a straight pipe through there. So that will take care of all of them being connected. And then what we will do is, I'll take this off. I literally have too much interior plate now. Just put some of that stuff away so I can carry the extra steel plate that I will pick up as I'm going along. So what we will do here is, oops, actually we will use straight piping to come all the way through there. Yep, 1, 2, 3, and then we will take it down. Yep, and we will turn it again. Yep, and then we will pipe it, straight pipes all the way through there. So is my inventory space apparently. Let me just refill this thing. I mean, arguably that whole thing, most of the all of the cargo storage and all of the tubing should be on that side of the base. So all we really need here is a single cargo container or some other way to access the inventory so we don't have to go all the way inside the base to be able to pick that stuff up. But for the time being, we will bring that in and connect it to one of these cargo containers. So we don't actually need that, we don't need that. And I'm going to put these in there, and then I can pick them up. Okay, let me just straight pipe this. And we will connect it into there. And that should be all of those refineries and everything wired up. What I will do when I go outside is pop a few blocks on top of it to hide it away. I think it gives it a nice little industrial look, hopefully. Let me pick up the items I need to construct it, and then I will come back once they have all been welded up. Alright, so that's all of that stuff welded up. The next thing that we need to do to get these things functioning efficiently before I go and weld all of that stuff back up is to go here, go into control panel, go into refineries, and renumber them so it makes a little bit more sense, at least to me. Refinery 2, and enable get Tim to manage them for us. 2, 3, Tim auto. This is 4, Tim auto, and finally we have refinery 5. Although I just realized that these won't make much sense when I take out refinery 1, so maybe I should call that refinery 0. Actually, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll call this refinery 0, and I'll just call this refinery 1. I guess Space Engineers doesn't sort them by name. We'll cope with that. Let's check the refineries here. Refinery. Yep, so it's definitely refining things. Seems to be chugging along very nicely. Oh, I'm very pleased. Okay, I just want to put a few blocks up here. Oh, can't have a block quite there. Steel plate. I'll need to pick up some steel plate, dispose of some of these ones I have in my inventory, which I don't need, and go through and tidy up some of the areas. Now, there is a reason why I want to move the stairs out of the way, otherwise I need to have a 2-block space there, which is not as attractive. Yeah, but I'll do that in another episode. Today, let's go through and tidy up the roof here, because that is an area that we will be accessing. Actually, I'm not sure that I need to weld these blocks in. I might just take them out. But I do need to put these blocks back. So put one there, weld that up. Put one there, weld that up. And put a couple there, cover that shame. Now that looks okay, but we could cover that section up if we wanted to. I mean, that's not that bad, because that's just a corridor coming along, and I think that would look kind of okay. I think that probably looks kind of okay. Let me just weld that stuff up. That's okay. Now, if we really wanted to not see these here, I suspect I could put on the catwalks, which is what I was checking the other day. Plate. I could pop these catwalks on. How are they going on? Yeah. Yeah, so we could hide them up just by doing that if we wanted to. Small steel. Yeah, that looks kind of okay. They look like maintenance hatches. Or we can imagine they look like maintenance hatches. I'm not sure if I want to put them in there like that just now. I'll decide that later. What I do want to do just now, though, is make a whole bunch of space in my inventory for steel plates. So, yeah. Oh, wait, I can pick up more of those. And then what I want to do is I want to go through and just tidy up the roof here, because we need to just cover this stuff up. for two reasons. One, it looks tidier, but more importantly, we'll need it for air tightness when we eventually sort that out for the base, because these conveyor tubes are not airtight. Wait, why can't I put that there? Come on. Oh, maybe because I need a on either side, or at least on one side. Oh, actually that's all I need, so I should be able to plonk these on top of that. Ah, don't get stuck. Okay, so that definitely looks better. I'll pop some blocks on here as well, just so it's in line with the base. Oops, the roof that we've got there. We're out of steel plates, but fortunately we should be able to pick some up from right here. Oops. Okay. And we'll put a couple of rows here as well. Let me just weld that up. Is that something on the floor? Oh, interior plate. I think I dropped that in a previous episode. Clearly never picked it up. Just weld all this up so it looks a little bit neater. What I want to do, well, worry about neatening that up in a second. So it looks like a proper kind of bridge now. Okay. Look at that. Feels nicer now. I think I will probably need to put... Wait a minute, what's going on? Why can't I pick that up? What? Oh, I probably connected. Oh, because that's a mining ship. That's not properly connected to the rest of the conveyor network. Put that away. Pick that up. Okay. And if we were actually being considerate, then we would put catwalks or fences around the edges so that we won't fall off. Just finish this. Do I need more steel plates? Probably. Yeah. Let me just... Then we can just make this section look a little bit nicer. Okay. Oh, a couple of bits I missed here. Okay. Now that looks a little too cube-like. So I'll just give it some edge here. Oops. Like so. I think that makes it look a little bit nicer. Which is really all we need at this point. Yeah. That looks okay. Actually, I wondered if I should put something like that over here as well. So that would be, oops, like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Just realized I should weld this up, because I should put a cube underneath as well, otherwise there will be just a gap when we look at it from particular angles. Wait, that's an inverted corner. That's not what I'm looking for. Looking for a block. That's okay. And
Energy low.
Weld this as well. Yeah, that looks okay. I mean, I could probably do some chicory pokery with corners and stuff there, but I'll not worry about that right now. Let me just weld this up as well. So this looks kind of complete. We've got a few blocks here that we've left behind. Wow, this is starting to look like a proper base. And this is really just a mini one. How would the corner work there, I wonder? Light armor corner. No. Yeah, okay. I could pop that there. Then what would I do there? Inverted corner? Oh. Yeah. Heck, that's fine. Sure, I could figure it out if I really wanted to. Like, no, that won't work. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. What I am going to worry about though is putting some slopes in here. Okay. There we go. Okay, that looks kind of okay. Oh, I need to stop running into things. This jetpack is way too fast. That's okay. Oh, some gaps I need to just weld up in here. Let me do that. Don't think these really matter, but I just like to feel like I did a complete job there. It's kind of very rocky in there, as in covered with rock. Oops, did I pick that up? No. Just to finish that one block we've got there, that's a little incomplete. There we go. Okay, let's have a look now. Okay, that's looking decent. I'm appreciating that. A couple of things that we need to do is, okay, we need to take all this stuff off, so let me just move this out the way and get that out. Oh, I hope there's nothing in here. Oh, there's much. Okay. I just dropped everything on the floor. Let me just... Oh. Pop these things in there. I'll just pick all this stuff up.
Inventory full.
Okay. Okay, and I'll just pick this up, and that should be...
Energy critical.
Oh, what is that? Okay, NATO magazine. Did I pick up my gun, or did that just disappear? Oh. What the heck happened to my gun? Did I have a weapon in there? Maybe I put it away by accident. Yep, it's possible. Let me just go fill up on energy. Energy.
Meteor storm inbound.
What I was actually thinking about for the corridor was to actually use the, I think there's like a corridor block or like an interior something block. Can't remember what it's called right now. This is a very spacious corridor. I could probably have brought it down one level. Wonder if I should pop these catwalks all across the top actually. That's looking kind of decent. That's okay, we'll sort that out later. We will sort out the stairs later as well. Oof. All of these seem to be working, they're all pretty loud. One thing I haven't done, I'll sort out this gravity generator later. What I want to do as we rapidly approach the end of this episode is put in some lights. Now, I'm not sure what the best choice for lights are because I haven't really messed around with this stuff all that much. I'll take a couple of these options and we can see how they work. So 8. So that I guess I would put on, oh that's the double one. Huh? 9. Doesn't really, is that a corner light? How would that, okay. That, I wonder how well that would work. Let's go try them out. So we need some construction components. I should actually flatten, well, level them up to the roof. Construction component. Probably shouldn't jet back in here because with the speed that it kind of sometimes takes off, I would probably end up running into something and dying. Are these the double ones? G, character tools. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that provides like practically no light. Let me back. Still gotta be easy. I'll probably need to install a control panel somewhere. I'll actually do that. Control panel. Still great. That. Don't need that either actually. But I can just come in here. Corner light. Color is fine. I'm just going to increase the radius and decrease the intensity. Let me see how that makes this room look. Okay, that definitely needs more intensity. Not sure what will I need for this. Display and computer. Oh, is that functioning? It's functional. That's what I need. Corner light. Let me increase the intensity of it. Okay, switch the light off. Yeah, it doesn't quite come down to the floor, but that might be okay. I wonder how that would work if I put a few of them just along the corner there. So that's 1, 2 every. Just gonna try welding this up. turn the lights. Fortunately, we're just going to give them all the same settings. Radius and intensity maximum. Okay, actually that's okay. I think we can work with that. So I might spread this apart a wee bit more. Might leave that one there, but move this one right to the corner. And then just put a couple in there. Yeah, that could light this room up adequately. Yeah, okay. Alright. We'll call the episode there. Thank you very much for watching, and see you all next time.